Watching lizards scale the palm tree as the ashes hit the concrete. Picking up a cast out so I can buy a cash cow instead of dreaming of a beanstalk. Wishing on a porn star. Because shooting stars aren't acting right, and they don't catch my eye like a cum-quivering thigh. Because I believe that I can masturbate and manifest destiny quicker with a cum shot than a shot from the sky. So LOL until your panties come off and that ass is on this bed. Watching lizards scale the palm tree as the spit hits the concrete. A little bit hit the left sneak, scared away a fly. Once the staple to passerbys, now the new job has us out of our routine. So much for cash thoughts, because the cash cow has to be fed. Just north of Homestead, aka Naranja, is a man with a smoke and a drink, sitting in his quiet place so that he can enjoy the noise in his head, trying to coax himself into a motivated momentum to do and be more than he's already been since he's still unsatisfied with his accomplishments. There's still more room to grow. There's still more grass to watch the lizards make love in. There's still more thoughts on love and life that need completing, and a couple of unused apps that need deleting. A garage that needs a new washer and dryer in it. A backyard with a basketball goal in need of a new net. I used to think gross was gross. Now I'm a little more mature, so I'm aware of both. I'm not afraid of growth. I just didn't want to change of address to have to do so. But so, what are we going to do now? Well, whatever it is that we haven't done yet. Hold up, slow down, real fast. We are not turning any of the spare rooms into a nursery. We just started getting this type of cash. You already have eczema, so let's not be rash. Be frugal, be beautiful, and treat the cooler as your cubicle. Be like the lizards you watch and do what you're supposed to. And please, wipe the spittle off your chin. Begin. All I see are boobs and bellies. That's not the Miami advertised on the telly. It's the Miami that you really get when you really see the city. Just a bunch of baby moms and bitter divorced bras still wanting to be fed and taken care of by men who's yet to be broken down by the facade of this city. A bunch of once upon a time spring breakers, now transplant towners. People who weren't born here. They came for fun in the sun and let one of them city boys put in their oven a bun. People who went from a vacay to a permanent stay. Happy Memorial Day, no JK, real talk. You better know somebody from down here because you will get lost. Dude came down for the summer and now Summer is his baby's mom. And all three of them are staying with her mom. I'm telling you, this is the city where vacations can go wrong. I'm a native. I remember when the Dolphins and the Canes shared the Orange Bowl Stadium. A survivor of Andrew. I'm a class of 98 Cavalier, son of a 73 Chief. Grandma used to teach math at NMB and she authored the Mays alma mater. My family's history in this city is over a century deep. Now these gentrified developers want to build these stupid roundabouts and gated townhouse communities, endangering the squirrels and other species of wildlife because the weather's nice. Fast food shopping plazas that used to be duck-off spots. Back roads and now main roads. Where are these cheating wives and girlfriends supposed to go to rendezvous? The traffic is Shakespearean tragic, just not as brilliant, filled with road rage and the terrible uses of the English. No habla, no trabaja. No reason for you to be behind the steering wheel either. Wait, what? You left your job of 15 years to come down here and panhandle? Wow, I don't understand. Since the weather is so nice, how are you still unfit? As a parent, person, child of God, you got comfortable, complacent. Post-COVID technology made laziness too convenient. The truth of how vicious and disrespectful this city is can be seen in the audacity of these cyclists. Share the road? Hell no. They want you to stay behind them, like you don't have anything better to do than watch a bunch of booties on wheels. If I didn't enjoy the peace of mind we required, I would have been broken my windshield with their bikes and bodies. I'm not against hobbies. I'm against inconsiderate people. But I'm not going to weaponize my vehicle because I like myself more than I dislike people. But there are times when the city can get the best of you, yours, and others. Every week another roadside memorial of some man unaliving the baby mother, the children, and himself. I thought the weather was nice. It is, but the mosquitoes can make you lose composure and the life you knew can be over. These aren't the days of my youth when on weekends, Mom and Dad would grab a bucket of KFC and take us to Hollover Beach. But no matter where you should happen to be, there's always going to be something nice to see. Now, I'm not picky when I put the U and C between the F and K. I like what I see, especially since all I see are boobs and bellies. Boobs and bellies, my POV. I love you, Miami. Clearly, I'm still here. Is it really about being a bigger man? Or is it really about staying alive? Because dead men not only tell no tales, they don't get laid either. Go on, bro. You can have that parking spot. It's just a shopping cart. Really? We're going to blows over mangoes? Say it ain't so. So the fact that it's hot and that you're not getting any twat got you ready for combat. That's why I'm not team no fap. Fuck that. Y'all be on that no nut November. There's no way that I'm going to go abstinent on or around my birthday. C-R-A-Z. I'm in no rush to see some ass that I'm not going to touch. Or maybe you're just not man enough to tell your spouse after the game or movie, because if you make her wait, then you're not getting any coochie. And you call yourself a king. Cool. Anyway, sometimes after a good solo session, my interest in her goes away. No meditation or self-hypnosis. If I can't be composed and remain calm, I shouldn't be leaving my house at all. I can work out at home. I don't need to be in the gym that bad. I'm good, but that's why I think it's best to have more than one type. I'd rather be indecisive because of my opposites than be ready to take someone's head off because of that one broad who I want doesn't want me back or like me like that. Yeah, I know. It's tough out here. It's expensive. And you wanna what? Fight because you can't get a nut? I don't think life's that tough. Or maybe you don't have enough nice stuff to make you feel good about yourself. Or maybe you're just afraid to die alone. Which is it? I hope it's not both. You good, bro? Cent, 5 cent, 10 cent dollar. Bands will make her dance and bands will have you waking up missing a kidney. Be careful where you turn up, cause you can turn up missing, trying to get yourself some kitty. It's tricky out here tricking, so guard your vulnerability. Trust no one, but have fun. Protect your cup, and if you forget where you placed it, gotta get a new one. But be honest with yourself. You're not good looking enough for her to be on you like that, in your face like that, laughing at your jokes like that, touching on your arm and leg like that. Be honest with yourself. Call it a night. You have a cubicle that loves you that you need to return to. Do not agree to a nightcap. Just pay the tab and get back to your pad with all of your being intact. Trust me, there's a safer way to suffer and recover from heartbreak. But I get it. Your self-esteem is under attack. Everybody's a celebrity, an aficionado. The sex trade is booming and becoming more and more common and accepted as a respected profession. So why can't this be the one time that you're the main character? Why can't this be your happy ending movie night? Why should you be skeptical? Why can't this occasion be special? Isn't it about time that something good and grand happened to you? Something you can share at the water cooler when you escape your cubicle? This isn't the something grand that you want, but who am I to tell you what to do? It's your money, your body, your life. You'll be all right. You might get lucky, only get your pocket picked. What's a little identity theft? She gave you some good neck or one hell of a lap dance. It is a chance you'll take, but you should know what's at stake, so it's a safer decision you can make. Yeah, It might be cheaper to peep her OnlyFans. Might even save you a couple of bands and a kidney. You think? Don't stop coming around here with all that flop, because I'm gonna act like I'm on fire. I'ma stop, drop, and roll over to you and say what's up, or some type of smile and wink with the line that means I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm seeing so much wonderful, glad to be here going on with you. Now I have to find something wrong with you so my fascination with you can make sense. Okay, let's look past the superficial. Supposedly or supposedly, Master P or LP, ASAP or ASAP, bus route or bus route. You better not pout, you better not cry when I say never mind because you did it, Nelly Furtado, say it right. I'm just trying to see to what degree do you qualify to be treated like by me, meaning the closeness to which you can or cannot get to me. A distance has to be established before we get elaborate and possibly combative. Not physically, but in terms of the energy between us and how noticeable it is to the others who, instead of their eyes watching God, they're watching our body language. Like, what? No smile or head nod? What's wrong? And I can just stop speaking from one day to the next without water because the fascination with you has become boring, bland, and no longer requiring me to make nice like that. But that doesn't mean that you stop wearing what you wear that makes me want to make my presence felt. Those views might be for someone else. I guess we all do for our confidence, whatever helps. And that's cool, because every so often I rock a sleeveless just to see if these arms can get me a look or two. Especially since it's not often that I show guns, so hun, don't stop coming around here with all that flop. Because a hello, maybe, all the time we've got. That's a whole lot of weaponry. I'm gonna need more than Belle Biv DeVoe's poison to protect me. A talisman, the Bible verse, and a moment so embarrassing that it is all that she sees when she looks at me. Tragedy. Semi-Shakespearean because no one has to die. Just awkward highs like flexing buys at a lesbian. Or something I didn't think to imagine, like she's friends with an ex-girlfriend. Or a drunken misstep that had me landing face first in the grass and dirt. Something that would really matter. I've been in the hospital, intubated with a catheter, and I still wink and smile at the nurses. Seen at the bus stop with a beer and a cigar at 7 a.m. because I just got out of work. And that's not even enough to put a pause on my approach. Not even a good joke told with a booger in my nose can be shameful enough to make me back off. Maybe finding out she's a distant cousin or she has a second belly button. It would have to be something that will make me not want to continue the discussion because it's her age, her gait, her height, her weight, her face says tired but still sexy. I'll even look past the probability that her feet might not be pretty. You see, I'm in a good place, finally. So it's about being logically responsible and not my let's go libido that I should listen to. I really don't require chaos now that I am peaceful and in acceptance of where and who I am. I'm sure that I can leave this door cracked a little bit while I figure out the gist, because if this is a relationship of some seriousness, I will have to make some adjustments. Oh, yeah, that's it. Nope, my piece is not prepared to go on the offense in defense of what it is that I've acquired and how being good enough for myself from me is all that I require. Yeah, she's still fine though, with her arsenal, her arse and all. Yeah. You're still having sex with your shirt on? You haven't met someone who's going to John Legend you? You're still waiting on permission from your physician to get into the gym? Or are you on your as is? Take it or leave it because you have kids type time. Ashamed of your stretch marks and battle scars. The fuck you got all them tats for? Take off your shirt. Come out of that bra. I didn't turn off 2K to come all this way to play games with you, and you're gonna keep on a light or two. I like looking at who I'm getting into, and for them to look at me too. Cause that's what make these straps swell to these abs flex. My man can go boom. If I didn't want to see you fully nude, I'd have never gotten your number. I'd have kept us at fist bump and head nods like a person who doesn't like you was supposed to do. Be platonic. Why? So you can borrow a couple of dollars and talk to me about your problems? I did that shit when I was a kid and when I was didn't like to be a lone alcoholic. Now? Nah. You're not down to fuck. What do I need your number for? I don't have anything to talk about with you if I can't get sexual. That's exhausting. When I'm around women who I don't like, my eyes and mind be like, hurry up and finish talking. I got shit to do. Thoughts to think, drinks to drink, eggs, juice, and milk to move, peacocks and pigeons to watch, boogers to pick, 2 phones, 2 laptops, 2 bedrooms, 2 cracked teeth, and a libido so high that I have to masturbate twice just to go to sleep. And the plethora of other things I can do with my 2 hands and feet other than be cordial and polite to a woman who I am not trying to see teary-eyed and satisfied from gagging on me. So if we make time for sexy time, take it all off. I don't care if I'm gonna get you sucking me because I'm not introducing you to the fam, ma'am. So it's don't drink for a week so that I can take this chick out to eat, or continue thinking of the right words to speak when we meet that I won't speak because I would much rather drink than take her out to eat. Because at the end of the day, I just want this desire to go away so that I can do something of minuscule importance like read an ebook. And I have a few of them, just taking up space on my Google Drive, just as T is taking up space in my mind, just as I'm obviously preoccupied with indecisiveness. Because it's not as if I need the drink or her to improve my quality of life. What I need is a goal that's going to get me excited again. Because I'm bored. But more importantly, I'm angry that I'm bored. Because of all this creativity in me is just there, like she is. Thoughts upon thoughts. Looming, looping, redundantly, incessantly, it's disgusting. I used to not be able to sit still. Now, I just want to sit down. Not come back and lay down, but I don't deserve that type of rest and relaxation because I'm not satisfied with what I've done with my time. So the anger is building and the fuse is getting shorter. These gray hairs don't indicate a quick temper. I should be more concerned with the prostate check, not a mic check. A 401k, not a let me hear you say, hey. Yeah, at the end of the day, as long as I'm in a good place and my PlayStation is safe, life will be great, whether or not I pop the top or pop the question. See you at the reception, because at the end of the day, it is always a celebration. Yeah. I don't want to go back in time with what it is that I know now about myself. I don't want to make up for that L because it's a loss that I needed so that I could grow. I don't want to log into my social and see, hey, got a long time, how are things? I don't want to, now that we're grown, we can do what we can do because it's been a long time since that one time at uni. Back when the blue was impromptu, and I was filling my classes because I'd rather be writing a poem that only a few people would respond to. I met this woman who knew how to do all sorts of tricks on a bike and I just removed my training wheels. You see, back then, I was the type of young man from South Florida who Alabamians hadn't seen before. Not saying I was a unicorn, but I was rare, raw, comfortable in my own skin. Walking around at my drawers and made it that I know something you don't green. Because you could see that there was something about me, but you couldn't put your finger on it. And even though there was a familiarity, there was also a caution. But the intrigue made the fine print illegible. And I was quick with the quips when conversing with the chicks. So let's just say that I didn't know how to let up with the what's up when I would get around her. And we really weren't around each other all that much. We didn't have any classes together, no mutual friends. We only crossed paths because she was helping the blue that was impromptu choreograph a step routine. I mean, other than that, I really don't see a conversion of our past. I don't think that that's one of the mysterious ways that God works. But what do I know? So it started with a seductive roll and gyration of my pelvis aimed at her while she was helping us with the stomps and claps that make up the rhythm. Prior to the swift rolling south and I was doing a little too much, but it worked and it was working well until we laid down in the bed of that hotel. It wasn't nerves, it wasn't jitters, it was inexperience, immaturity, and I didn't want to become a teacher's pet. So I don't want to go back in time with what it is that I know now about myself. I don't want to make up for that L because it's a loss that I needed so that I could grow. I don't want to log into my social and see, hey guy, long time, how are things? I don't want to, now that we're grown, we can do what we can do because it's been a long time since that one time at uni. What is your grandmother and grandfather doing in Walmart during peak hours holding up the line because they can't find their credit card? Where are their children or grandchildren? This is horrible. Well, my grandmother fell down the stairs and I wasn't there, which means I failed her, so looks like we're horrible together. And they say that it is misery that loves company. Oh, I see. You are happy. That's why you're not at Walmart with your grandmother and grandfather, but I am, in this line, watching them have a horrible time trying to find their credit card. I'm wondering where in the world are their children or grandchildren or caregiver? Wondering why so many of our elderly are feeling for themselves. Yes, something smells. Is that selfishness with a pinch of the American dream? Sniff, sniff. No, that's hustle and grind with a dab of mind your business guy. And I'm like, you can't hear the patter jack? A bunch of people who should have been in a plane crash or a sunken ship. But nope, they are everywhere. Unhappy top of the world cities, condescending and inappropriately hogging up space with no knowledge of what having the right of way means. Obscene and unapologetic, taking no blame, accepting all of the credit. I don't think that attitude is genetic. Emotional support animals and now emotional support humans. Are those emotional support genes too? Equal opportunity employment. Get your equal opportunity ass on the paddock jack or make a bail, bitch. Just horrible. And I want to throw a tantrum, get belligerent and disrespectful. Talk all kinds of shit about how I have people who turn your head into a laptop. But I'm trying to get my laptop by this one chick and throwing a fit isn't a good look. So I deep breath and keep it pushing past the blatant foolishness that has become this culture by reminding myself that I chose this. It was just a matter of getting a rhythm, building a system and staying away from the bad vibes and curious eyes too tight-lipped to find out how and why I'm here and where did I come from and why you can't really tell. Well, I don't want to be bothered anyway. Isn't that what the scowl on my face says? Hey babe, it's raining. Let's grab the kids and the dog and go to Walmart. No umbrella, no raincoat. Let's just go and be in there for hours. That shoe slogan really has us being horrible. Too glued to our phones to pay attention to our surroundings. Too arrogant and wrongfully deserving of earning this American money without speaking the American English. And I'm the asshole because I don't want to work with you. And I don't care how attractive the woman is. I'm not Google translating shit. Y'all can have that. I know body language doesn't have any barriers. It's just, I don't have time to text like that. But it is, do unto others, right? It appears that I'd rather be a fan than be the greatest MC. It's too much work, not worth the hassle. I'd much rather quit than hustle. Just the thought of being dedicated is nauseating. When you realize how much time they put into their craft and how they keep creating new ways to rap and rhyme and manipulate time only proves that I'm the poster guy of could've, should've, would've, and didn't do it when I was supposed to. Because I'm more afraid of being accepted than rejected. Because acceptance comes with expectations and unwarranted obligations. And then you have to be mindful of the sensibilities of others. And that's fucked up. Putting your faith and hopes in someone who's doing what anyone can do, because having a way with words is a miracle. Right up there with childbirth. What a wild earth. Creating AI because of how much being human hurts. And it seems this new era just gets worse. Basketball is positionless, and we are genderless. Everyone's an it, because that's the safe way to say bitch. Don't touch this. I don't want to play with you its. I'm tagless. I prefer hash browns over hashtags, and the only body bags I have are condoms. I'm not a con man. I don't grift or do shady card tricks, but I do my best to come up with some dope shit. And most of it isn't to see if this chick is a throat goddess walking amongst us in her pay her no mind outfit, because I don't use my artistry to get me a good woman to rock with. In fact, my artistry is preventing me from getting a good woman to rock with. Because when you're skilled and talented, relationships are stressful. So now, not only am I on the lookout for some crazy ex of hers, I'm also suiting up to battle her anxiety. And I don't get anxiety. I've been on stage in nothing but a speedo in front of hundreds of people on numerous occasions, so I don't understand panic attack. What's that? I'm supposed to empathize and sympathize with that condition? Why? I won't be your emotional support human, because when I'm ready to go or ready to do what needs to get done, I just go at it. I don't overthink it. I'm a procrastinator. I'm not socially awkward. A person's opinion of me doesn't matter to me until I approve of their energy. And then what they think about me matters because I've allowed them to bring value to my life. You see, I think people aren't really sick. They're hypochondriacs in the need of belonging to a group or in a group. Gang, gang. So, scared to go outside is the new cool, like, dude, your fears aren't even legitimate. You weren't scared of lizards until that chick said that she was scared of lizards. That's not a commonality that I find sexy. It's disgusting. I'm embarrassed that I breathe the same air as you, and we subscribe to some of the same content. That's the reason why I stay inside, because I don't want to be cool with the people who are cool with you. I'm trying to keep them fake phobias from around me. I don't like trend followers or trendsetters. I don't like banality. Originality is rare. Copycats, impersonators, and shapeshifters are everywhere. She used to come to the gym in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and the backup dancers got a hold of her, and now it's camel toe and cleavage. Now, in no way am I disagreeing with what I'm seeing. It's just that she wasn't always like that, or maybe she was. Because inside of all of us is some level of needed validation, being worshipped, touched, respected, approved, appreciated, accepted. Yo, you're my dude, my brother. You were more put together before you became a father and a husband. And now your poor sentence structure when in conversation with you keeps me from conversing with you, because life, the confidence right out of you, as well as your coherence. This isn't just about the appearance, it's also about the sound, because it sounds like everything is on clearance. 5 years ago, life was simple, and I'm sure someone said that 5 years before that, as well as 5 years before that, and 5 years before that. How many 5 years do we have to go back to get the good times back? Who has to die so that 87 can be 99 cents? Back then, $5 in the tank could get it to the beach and back. But now, having 5 on it isn't enough to get a text back. I can't help with that. I can't keep up with the cool. I was brought up to stay away from the cesspool, not go skinny dipping in it or apply for a membership. It's strange. Out here, apocalypse is synonymous with censorship. So since your ship is still at the dock, you're cursing those whose ship is already at sail, while teasing those who wish they could row 5, seat 9, section L. Come on down. It appears today is your lucky daylight, nightlight, lights out, sucker. don't even know why I still carry this passion. It's not like I do it to get laid. Bruh, a conversation is all it takes for that to happen. I'm not even trying to get rich or famous the way you think. I'm not trying to be God Melodic or God MC. I'm top 5 fastest to go on a hiatus when an idol maker start drug addict, itching and lip licking. Trust me, I'm the greatest at getting missing, but they're all just mythological titles. Popular opinion. But the belief attached to that opinion is what these fools are putting their lives at risk for. Bro, I'm so good at what I do that the brown-nosed exhibitionists are screaming harassment because they want to work their way to the top now and stop having to do backflips and hip dips, not realizing that I move according to what's bringing me the most happiness. And though I love coming up with these lyrics and lines, being appeasing to an audience is nauseous. It's not that I can't deal with criticism, it's the sensitivity that's masked as criticism that I don't want to deal with. Or maybe it's because I've been by myself for so long that I've lost touch with the world, and my self-alienation doesn't want to be ruined by appreciation or the lack of likes. I didn't put together these pieces for 5 likes, 0 comments, and 0 shares. I just might have to get an OnlyFans and walk around in my cock enhanced and underpants, just so you can have something other than your imagination to help you see what I'm saying. For what though? I remember when we used to listen to the football games on the radio. It's just too much seeing to believe going on for me to have to concede though. I do want my fan base to grow. So some level of conformity is required because I can't let go of the hope and I keep buying new equipment. Too busy entertaining myself with the thoughts of being able to go to the gym at 5 a.m. and work from home, but when I'm home, all I want to do is drink and sleep, maybe eat. Depends on the drinking, so you see, I'm too comfortable to be desperate for artistic success, but I have to get that desire back. For what though? Because I said so. I'm not doing this to be better than anybody other than myself. From my health being my wealth to my wealth providing time to help those dedicated and determined to improve. It's more than just making moves, it's creating a movement. Whether it's hooping, music, lifting weights, or conversation, ensuring Bible movements are the only types of shits we take. Because it's about being utilized, not brutalized, being conducive, not abusive. If the benefit isn't mutual, then one of us is a parasite. And I know that there are parasites that can be a benefit to their host. But this is about being able to go our separate ways, meet up at a later date and be proud of our new growth or our strength and determination to keep moving forward even though tragedy struck. It's about having good form, not luck. I'm talking money, time, and peace of mind management. Not reckless abandonment, but incremental improvement. Yeah, slowly but surely progressing from the stagnation I was cool with. Progressive overload until I'm in a permanent flow state. I want to wake and great, cause I don't bake. But my red eyes say otherwise. Well, the eyes are the windows to the soul, and I don't wear shades, so you don't have to peek behind the blinds to see mine. I'm a drunk, but that doesn't mean that I'm out here without a clear mind. I might be too perverse for these weird times because from my windows, everything's an innuendo. A remote viewing peeping time when I'm on the QWERTY getting wordy. Curing the absurdity until the vision gets blurry, and then it's how much time do I have to waste before it's time to shoot again, write again, lift again, or talk with a friend whose opinion is a muse, adding fuel to the tank, because the fatigue can lead to a downfall from which no comeback is possible. Like listening to pasta news can sound like pasta news, and you go from climbing a tree to get the fruit to hanging from it like a fruit, because of how you heard the truth. No pain, no gain. Isn't that a truth to which we subscribe to? At times, I know I do, until the body adapts and the pain wanes, but the gain's gain. And now I'm confused because I've been able to up the weight or up the reps without dimes as a side effect. So I guess a loss is just another stone on which to step to get the win that keeps on winning. Again and again and again and again, and a new mold is formed, a new shape defined, a new nigga to slaughter because your sons, daughters, or thems replace the our father with the YN. Yo, why in this world of unlimited possibilities are we creating new atrocities? Addicted to catastrophe because all hell is supposed to break loose, so says prophecy. That's the reason why everything happens. It was supposed to. So obviously, there's a bigger game being played. How much for that console reproductive system? An arm, leg, anus, family member? Yeah, I'm not a fan of sacrifice, nor do I agree with surrender. I quit drama class because I couldn't be a pretender, but I like watching the lies, even though that's not the way I would have written it. Link in the description or just another rabbit hole, whether it's history kept a secret or the best five to put on size. I know I can do better with my time and yours, so I post up and pour up and let the brainstorm clear up the debris. Because getting rid of the waste is what's going to lead to a better me. And that could be worse for you if you turn out to be against me. So I'll say it simply. I write poetry because I enjoy talking with myself, and I share it with you because maybe it just might help. We'll see. This isn't the first time that I thought about what my last days would be like, but this is the first time that I've written and spoken about them out loud. I really thought that we'd have figured this out by now. I really thought that all of the times that I made you proud would have allowed you to trust me. But instead, I've been shown that not only am I not trustworthy, there also isn't any faith in me. Maybe if I would have made you a grandma, you'd have given me permission to be the man I set out to be. Maybe you and I against the world was make-believe. I haven't been able to get enough sleep, so it's all-day grief. I was happy once. Now I'm just a sappy dunce who can't get any support because his success is not what the family wants in the way that he wants to be successful. I want to get out of the car to enjoy the purple moss, but abandoned malls are stuck on replay. Abusive relationships must be in our monikers because it seems to be a family trait. I'm in the driveway. I can turn the car off and open the door. That'll stop the music, but then I'd have to walk into a house where my welcome is overstayed. I'm in my middle 40s, looking forward to my spiffies, but I'm sabotaged by my entourage or the lack thereof. Maybe some Mikasuki Cooch will help me better talk with the gods because the self-dialogue isn't evening out the odds. I'm trying to get out of a tough spot, but that tough spot you keep encouraging me to stay in. Like, all my lady does is drain the energy out of me. But she's got a fat ass and she's pretty. But I have ulcers, migraines, male pattern baldness, and a declining libido. But she's got a fat ass and she's pretty. Bro, I'm just doing what you want me to be doing, even though it's sending me into ruin. If how I'm doing could be told by the smell of my urine, then you think I'd be in hospice. Because it's something that I could probably start my car with. You see, the environment is toxic and therefore I'm toxic, chaotic, dangerously unstable, highly volatile, and well-shrouded. How in the world of Google Maps did we get here? Siri, Alexa, Elon, Mommy? How the fuck low? Is there anybody who can explain how the math can be math but also causes an allergic reaction? Is it a rash or a cold? It's like 3 stacks removing his mold. Now you want to crash, collapse, and I don't fucking know. Is this the end of the road or do I just sit tight and wait for the graphics to load?